Okay, so that should be just enough. Yeah.
Yeah, you want me to start the recording?
Did anybody else call or anything?
I didn't hear from anybody, no.
Nobody? Yeah, okay, I guess it's us.
So Drew can't make it, and did you hear anything from Jim?
No,
I didn't either.
do we wanna wait an extra minute? To see if Jim might walk in? Sure, he comes from work. Yeah. Up the valley.
Didn't he send us an email or text, or was that something else?
I thought that was something else. Okay. No, it was about the published letter.
Oh, that is in the News Register's editorial. That's what he had read to us.
Yeah. And I didn't hear anything from Luke either.
Neither did I.
Alrighty, well. Let's start.
We'll let you stay, Jeremy. Even though this is a girls' club right now.
Totally. Alright, we'll bring this meeting to order at 6:32. Let's say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. We've got a quorum with Counselor Tycro, Counselor Peterson, Counselor Mackin, and myself. I have not heard from any of the other counselors. Here. And it looks like we don't have anybody in the audience, or maybe one person online. Was there anybody that wanted to?
No, it's
No.
just Chris.
Okay.
Madam Mayor, if I may,
Yes, sir.
a public hearing was advertised for tonight, but it's not on the. I'm not seeing that on the agenda. So you may want to, at the appropriate time, open up for a public.
With it, yeah, I think I saw it in here someplace.
Read that. We didn't check to see if there.
It's the first one up, I think. For the supplemental budget.
I just noticed that.
That's okay, I think the wording's in here. We'll figure it out. All right, I would like to have a motion for consent agenda.
Don't have them.
Oh, we didn't, we don't have any,
Anything for it.
we don't have anything, sorry. Let's move on. To our action items, which is our public hearing for the approval of resolution 24/25-24, adopting a supplemental budget for fiscal year 2024-25, approving line item transfers of appropriations and contingencies and authorizing interfund loan from the sewer fund to the general fund. Do we need to open the public hearing now? Do we have some specific wording you'd like us to say, or? should
So
we
the
just
public
say-
hearing is now.
All right, we're gonna open the public hearing at 6:34 for any public comments or questions. I'll wait about a minute, just in case somebody pops up online. We need to Jeopardy music. Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and close the hearing at 6:35 and. I'd be to.
I move to approve resolution 24/25-24, adopting a supplemental budget for fiscal year 2024-2025, approving line item transfers of appropriations and contingencies, and authorizing an interfund loan from the sewer fund to the general fund.
I'll second.
Have a motion from Counselor Peterson, a second from Counselor Mackin. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Motion passes. All right. Let us move on to page 15. Where we have an approval of a contract for stormwater. We need to read that resolution one more time. This time, no, it's next time. Never mind. It's okay. Just me. Okay. So page 15, the award of stormwater drain line replacement on Third Street and Highway 221 project. Jeremy, did you want to say anything about that?
This is related to the financing agreement that Council Pat approved at the last meeting. So we obtained 3 quotes to do the project. Back in February, we confirmed that the lowest responsive bidder, Leo's Excavating, quote is still good. These quotes were developed in concert with the city engineer. They include prevailing wages because they are above the threshold where that is required. And the $75,150 figure is what was included in the financing agreement that you approved.
Excellent. All right,
Well, Madam Mayor,
yes, please.
I move to approve awarding the stormwater drain line replacement on Third Street and Highway 221 project to Leo's Excavating and Trucking, Inc. in the amount of $75,150.
I second.
Motion,
Chris, holding up 2 fingers.
yes,
I second.
you want a second? Okay, I love it. I have a motion from Counselor Back and a second from Counselor Typo Crow. I can't speak tonight. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes.
People on Zoom don't get to move or second very often. We should be a little
Well-
more patient.
Well, that's why
It's like playing, you know, those games where you're like waiting to press the button before somebody else can.
We need just the buttons.
All right, and we'll move on to the proposed operational schedule change. Anything you want to add with regard to that?
Seeking input from the council tonight on if the council would be amenable to shifting to 4 10-hour days. So Cindy lays it all out here in her memo. With my approval, she conducted a survey of the city team. The city team unanimously was in favor of 4 10-hour days. This would result in free to the weekend for everybody, which is a nice benefit.
Said where you come talk to my boss.
Since we weren't able to do pay raises this year, my professional opinion is that if this is something the employees want, it's something that they would perceive as a valuable benefit. It's at least something that we can do with a minimal cost, but will have a high impact.
I say, hell yeah.
Yeah, oops. I worked for a long time, first in Great Falls, or before I moved here 30 years ago in the school district, trying to get them to afford it, because other districts did. And then Tony McNair and I worked in McMinnville trying to get the 4-day work week. We never could get it done. They have it in Perrydale, they have it in some.
A lot of people really love it. They say it adds, it allows them some time with their family to plan things and do stuff that they normally wouldn't be able to. And it helps them to feel a little more rejuvenated when they actually go back to work.
2 days is not really enough.
Oh, I just had 4 days off. And that wasn't.
I think this is a great idea. I like the hours that Cindy laid out. I think they look good.
Absolutely, and if,
On the on-call,
yeah,
is fun to know about. I didn't know they were doing that, so that makes a lot of sense to do that.
no, somebody would have to be on call. for
Yeah,
it.
but I just hadn't thought about it,
Oh, yeah.
so, yeah.
I figure I knew they always sort of arranged something between themselves, but I've never really seen it written out so much as hearing about it.
Yeah.
Do you need a formal motion or just a verbal okay from us all?
A motion would be great. It would signify the council's approval of this, and I think that would send a positive message to the rest of the team.
If I may.
Sure, please.
I propose that we, adopt the hours written on this memo written by Cindy Park. That the, Dayton city staff would be working 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, with the details as written.
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion for Counselor Peterson, a second from Counselor Mackin. Any questions, comments, concerns? All those in favor?
I,
Aye. Any opposed? Yes, motion passes.
Folks, you just did in 30 seconds what it takes some organizations a year or longer to do.
What is?
Yeah, well, like I say, it never got done in my 40-year career of working on this in 2 different districts.
I don't understand it. I really don't understand what the bugaboo about it is for some people.
some people need to be away from home. They don't want to be.
That doesn't mean the rest of us need to be away from home. I got stuff sitting behind my bedroom door that I still can't go
They can
through.
go, they can go in whenever they want.
I just don't have to. Did you have any managers report or anything tonight?
Just that today was the first day with our interim finance director, Jamie. So today was a good day. Glad, very excited to have her on board.
Excellent.
And the first couple weeks are just about getting acclimated and understanding the processes in the city team, but I'm really glad to have her on board.
Excellent. And council, do we have any comments?
Good.
Not for tonight, I don't think.
Okay. I do have one comment. If you would, Jeremy, we talked about bringing food, not bringing food. If you would kind of at a staff meeting, maybe next week, I think you do that on Mondays, whenever you see your staff. Would the staff need if we were to bring food? Is it a meal? Is it finger food? How often would that, I mean, I'm just, and then we can kind of set up maybe a.
Board.
Yeah, turns bringing stuff or 2 at a time, I'll bring stuff, or, I mean, I don't know, I just don't even know what the needs are or desires for the staff. In terms of bringing some food or treats or what it should look like, so if you guys just chat. I mean, you can dream big. In brainstorming, there's no wrong answers. And then we'll take that under advisement. And maybe set up some kind of schedule for that, and by saying us, I'm pointing around to the council. That we kind of, I guess I'm saying I'll help coordinate. Us taking turns, right, Chris, you good with that?
Of course.
Thank you.
Did you have any comments? Concerns you wanted to speak about?
No, none today.
Excellent. Let's see, next meeting is July 21st, so. In that vein, don't forget, we're gonna have fireworks this year, right, Chris?
Sure hope so.
Ding, ding.
Happy.
Yeah, so everybody prepare. It was a great time last year, so it should be a really good time this year again. Spread the word.
Why are we going to the 21st? Just because we've
We
seen
probably
each
won't
other
have
for the
it.
last
Probably won't have any business.
6 out of 7 of the last Mondays we've been together, is that why we're taking that?
Staff is, they're done with us. They are done with us.
Usually
it's become a tradition.
Mhm.
The July meeting is usually on the third Monday as opposed to the first because of the fourth.
Yeah,
Um,
Oh, I'm not complaining,
it seems late in the month, but I guess that's.
yeah, because Monday is the seventh.
it's gonna be July and then it's gonna be Christmas. Are you kidding? What happened to January?
Oh, the LOC conference registration starts prior to, before we meet next. I was we can still sign up for the conference, right? I'll pay my own lodging, but the city still. The LOC conference in October.
So the budget has, I believe, $2,500 allocated among the council for training, so. Y'all, that's what you have.
Well, if it's okay with the council, still okay for me to go to in October.
Yeah.
Um, I gotta tell you, we have some interesting topics coming up. ADA basics, emergency communication. Um. Universally accessible building in houses.
That's how they should build all houses.
Yeah, they're starting to talk about that kind of stuff, so this is gonna be a good one.
Is it possible, Kitty, I don't think multiples of us should go to those trainings, but it would be nice to glean. From a training, what you get there. So. I don't know if we can work out when she comes back from an LOC training, if we could have a specific time to. You know what I'm saying, like, I'd like to know what some of the stuff that you get.
I try and share a little bit here, a little bit there as it comes up. One of the big deals has been talking about transient or short-term rentals. And
Right.
just how much of a strain they're putting on cities. Extra trash, extra law enforcement needed. Extra wear and tear on the streets
You mean for the homeless?
for the city.
Oh, well, I understand that, but as a result of the.
I think you're
homeless-
talking about Airbnb and.
Airbnb, short-term
Oh.
lodging is putting a nasty strain on cities. But the LOC is lobbying to get more of the transient lodging tax to go towards extra law enforcement and extra sanitary services and stuff. One of the other things I picked up is just how important it is for us to organize and get working on a public safety levy. And the things we need a fact sheet from the city so that we can run with it and sell it, because the council has to do the selling. But can we arrange to give me like 15 minutes? At a meeting after the conference?
See why not?
Um,
I know they.
I would appreciate that.
I know that they did talk about trying to do some digital versions of it, but I don't know if that ever happened.
to the best of my knowledge, once they're all recorded. And after the session finishes live, it's available on the LOC website.
I wonder why they don't do it at the same time, 'cause my work conference is going to be online as well. They use a specific app, a special app though. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. We should probably close this meeting out.
Uh,
I got nothing else if nobody.
Well, I'll move to adjourn. There we go.
So moved. Yay, we are adjourned at 6:49.
Oh, Rocio, I would,